So we're doing a quick little build. We're going to see how this comes out anyways. I'm doing the Star Wars Bandai kit, the 1/1000 scale Blockade Runner, and the 1/350 scale Millennium Falcon. I'd love to have this Blockade Runner in a larger scale, but I don't think they make it. If they do, and somebody's aware of it, let me know in the comments. But yeah, I looked for it, and I just couldn't find anything larger. I would kill for a larger version of that kit, though. Anyway, so what do we got? Well, the box, I've already taken a couple of the parts out, but you've got basically this fret for the, what is that? We got this fret for the Blockade Runner, the Rebel Blockade Runner, and we've got these pieces for the Millennium Falcon, which is upper and lower hull, and one fret there with, looks like maybe the lasers and some side pieces and the scanner radar dish, and then some more detail pieces with the sides, the cockpit portion, and the rear engine bay there. We're gonna do the Rebel Blockade Runner first, though. And yeah, it's just gonna be a quick little build. I'm gonna share my my impressions of it as I go along, so it's not really gonna be heavily edited or anything. This really shouldn't take too long. These kits go together basically via snap. So I think I'm gonna put my glasses on though, so I can see what I'm doing. I mean, I have a magnifier nearby, but that might make this doing a little complicated. And I don't really need to get the magnifier out. We'll try to snip these cleanly. Most of these look like they're in fairly easy to access points. And there's one section of the rear engine. So I guess I'll just ramble while I'm doing this unless I have something to share about the kit. But yeah, I mean, Star Wars for me was a huge deal. I saw it when I was 12. I later found out George Lucas made it for 12-year-olds. He's actually quoted for saying, yeah, I wrote this for basically, kids about 12. He might have even said boys. I doubt it, though. Yeah, so when I heard that about 5 or 10 years ago, I was like, maybe that's why I liked it so much, because I was 12. So, but anyways, yeah, I remember seeing the opening scene, as most people do, and just, without ever being spoiled, having seen it in the theater, the only thing I knew about Star Wars was what I had learned from Starlog magazines and stuff. Stuff you had to, back then, I lived in a small town, you'd have to have a subscription to it even to get it. Nobody carried that kind of magazine at your local stores and stuff. And this is like 1976 or so. And but yeah, I remember there were a couple of articles on Star Wars and the various issues, and then of course, so I kind of was a little forewarned about it. I knew I wanted to see it, but other than some production art stuff, I don't think the issue that actually had a lot of stuff on it, issue 7, came out until after the movie was out, I want to say. I might be wrong about that, though. I can't remember for sure 100%. So, yeah, this opening scene, with the Rebel Blockade Runner and the Imperial Star Destroyer, just, wow. I'm not sure it'll ever be beat, for me anyways. I just think that that's one of those kind of epic-y moments where you kind of just, nowadays, you could easily top it in terms of special effects, but you can't. People have tried, and you really can't do it from a simplicity standpoint. I mean, like, once it's been done, it's kind of hard to redo it and ever get that back. So yeah, I think it basically, it's kind of like, once you say to be or not to be, you can't, somebody else can't come along and do it and get quite the same impact. So Lucas beat them to the punch. Built them to the punch? Yeah, no. Anyways, we're just going to clip everything off here except the uber small pieces. We'll leave those on there so I don't lose them. And then we shall refer to the manual, because, not like I couldn't probably figure out how to put this together. This isn't small, right? This is big enough to take off. This is the front of the hammerhead, I believe. Now, for any of you who know the backstory of this ship, it was originally a Millennium Falcon potential ship, and I believe it had, instead of having the hammerhead front, it had kind of the cockpit front that the Millennium Falcon has on it, so it had that initial cockpit. So I'm not really sure when that decision was made, like when it was changed. Obviously, it had to be changed fairly early on for them to do all the full live, built mock-ups of the Millennium Falcon and so forth in the in the that big thing, that giant thing they killed. The Death Star. Yeah, that's it. Again, I love how sometimes words I've known since I was 12 suddenly just don't want to come into my brain because I'm trying to clip things and comment and do all this stuff. All right, well, I think that will be it for the small items. Well, maybe this one right here. But we'll leave these, maybe those are some of the lasers and stuff that probably go on the tops. Okay. Not sure we'll need to file anything. Could. I mean, there's a lot of detail in these pieces. So why does it look like I've got stuff on the... Is that dust? Hold on, we're going to move the thingy here for a second. Oh yeah, I've just got smudges on my glass, and it's like messing up my view of the pretties. So, yeah, those clipped off there. So, theoretically, I could file those down a little bit. I think I'll probably be able to get away with doing it until they're all together. I don't want to put this stuff together until I know I'm doing it right, though. So let's refer to the manual, which I don't often do all the time, but it's not a very large manual. I think it does open, right? Oh yeah, it does open. Okay, so A1 and A2 go together, then A1, are they showing? Oh, and then that piece goes on the bottom of A1. All right, so A1 and A2. Now, some of you may go, well, why did you cut them off the frets? Because now you can't see where they are. But, I'm just that good, I mean, I'm just good enough to figure this out without having to have things, I'm just kidding. No, I probably should have done it that way, but I didn't, because that's just the way I roll. All right, so that's the bottom piece, right? Or is that, yeah, I think it's showing, oh no, it's showing, oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so then this goes down here, right? Isn't that what that's showing? No, that's showing that one going into there. I'm saying, I know you can't follow along, but is that showing that one going into there? I think that might be. Yeah. Okay, all right. Does that make sense though? Because that's, oh no, I guess that's the, okay, never mind. All right, wait, that doesn't fit though. I'm on the wrong side. There we go, okay. Eventually I knew I'd figured out. This is what I love about models. They're kind of, the nice thing about this obviously is is that if you make a mistake, you can pull things apart. Although, you shouldn't make a mistake, so. All right, so then we've got this, one of these, which is it? It's not that piece, although that piece is gonna go, doesn't fit right on there. No, that doesn't go on there, never mind. Oh, this is the piece I'm looking for. All right, so then this piece slides down between here? No. Strange. Showing the open section. Showing it kind of here. I'm thoroughly confused. Huh. That couldn't go in there like that. Oh, okay, hold on. I might have messed up my A1 and my A2. My A1 and my A2 may have not be correct. This is what you guys watch these though for, right? Is to watch me make errors and stuff. We'll see how easy it is to get them apart once you put them together. Okay, so am I looking for, oh, maybe I was looking for this piece, goes onto that first. Is that, hold on. Do they have numbers? Well, there's a 1 on here. So that must be A1, right? They're all A's, duh. Okay, so that went on there first. I jumped the gun. And then this one goes down here, I assume facing this way, and creates this little interior bit that you can see through this opening. And then A2 goes on. So now it makes sense. We have the whole hammerhead, at least most of the whole hammerhead on the front there. Okay, everything fits tight. Of course, paint would actually probably seal up any small cracks that I'm seeing here. You could actually fill them up with filler, but I mean, that probably would be unnecessary for the size I'm seeing. And are they showing? Yes, the hammerhead showing going on the front. Let's make sure we get this on right. I think this goes this way, yep. Look at the fine way these fit together, though. Oops, keep moving, thinking the camera's in the middle of the phone. It's not. That kind of like was an amazing jigsaw effect puzzle across there. So now I've got that piece on. And next we are supposed to do the sides as well. And see, these kind of go in. I don't think these matter, although, yeah, they both got them numbered the same, I think. And they just clip in place. So that's hammerhead complete. Very nice. I think those pieces, well, theoretically, you might be able to put them on backwards. I was trying to look to see if there are slight differences in the detail on the lower and upper parts. But all right, moving on. So now we're going to do A2. Good luck me finding the number on here. Let me see if I can recognize it. It looks more like this piece. And that's going to go down here, I think. Or does it go up here? No, down here. Huh, but I don't see it actually fitting into anything. Is it supposed to fit into something? Not really. Maybe you just hold it in place and then you... Weird. I mean, this one doesn't have anything either to fit into. Okay, definitely showing it this direction. And coming up from here. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm... No, that's definitely... Wait! I feel like, is it not Red 5? Oh, is it Red... One of the Red Squadron guys. Wait! And then he blows up. All right, so they're showing it this way. It's weird. I don't understand. I don't understand because I'm not turning it the right way. That's why. There we go. All right. Well, that took a long time for nothing. All right, so that piece is in place, and then we want to do the engines. And yes, I'm going to file anything that needs to be filed afterwards. I'll just look for it on the... Should be doable. And I think those, look at the detail they have on these engines includes like the little kind of slit ring thing going around the outside. That's pretty freaking amazing. Imagine somebody's probably lit these suckers up with some LEDs and stuff, and that would be pretty fun. All right, and then they have the side pieces that go on here, and these are going to go on... I was supposed to put those on first, so let's do that. Might be easier. Okay, so is it... I think it is this way. Yes. Boom. And boom. And then this is going to come down. Don't think it matters. Doesn't look like it's much different either way. It doesn't Doesn't seem to have anything telling you up and down, so I'm guessing it doesn't matter. Or it does, and I was supposed to put it this way. There we go. Well, at least they've been thoughtful to create kind of those kind of scenarios where you can't put it the wrong way. And then this piece, the last piece, goes over, fitting down, and everything just snaps into place. It's amazing, or wedges into place. And then these side pieces go on. Like the little kind of comb effect, you know, where there's a lot of wedging points, essentially. But again, if you ever wanted to pull these apart, it probably would be difficult, especially for pieces like this, but it would be doable. Probably you wouldn't want to have to do it too many times because you might have less, you know, that tight fit that you were looking for. And then, are these identical? They look identical, but they're not identical. Because I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but these have two round sections, these have two square sections. So, those are going to go on, which one is this? I have to get my magnifier out. Pardon me for a moment. And I cannot find a number on it. So, since they're not showing me, I'm going to have to go back to, no, not that detail. So this is, you know, Jim, you should have, if you really wanted to get these in the right position, not that it's going to matter a whole lot. I mean, only a Rebel Blockade Runner nerd would go, oh, you put the round ones on the wrong thing. Maybe they've done it so you can't do it wrong. Let's see. Yes, they have. Good. I think. Yeah. Okay. Again, I was saved by the you can't do it that way. So, good. Bandai engineers, I love you. Getting that wedge down in place. Oh, I love the detail of this thing. I just love it. I mean, it's so small. There was actually a website, I think, that said that this was 5 inches. Let's go ahead and get a measurement. The Amazon site said it's 5 inches in length. And I guess it is 5 inches in length. It just doesn't seem that big. So it is 5 inches in length. It just doesn't seem that large. Again, I can see some minor little openings, which applying pressure seems to have gotten rid of those. Applying more pressure has gotten rid of those. But they're the kind of cracks that if you do end up painting it, obviously, or when you finish it and paint it, you're going to lose a lot of that. So, doubt any filler would probably be necessary. All right, so the last bits that we didn't remove are several turbo lasers. They're so small, they're evading our turbo lasers. Okay, that's the radar dish. This is some kind of odd-looking coupling thing. Is this that little thing that's on the top and it spins around? I haven't seen this movie enough times, of course. I have no idea what... Oh, did I lose it? Oh, shoot. Looks like I lost a thing in packaging. I'm only going to have one laser. It's been damaged by the Imperial Star Destroyer. Yeah, I don't believe I busted that, so that was busted in... Is it somewhere in here? I don't even see it in the bag. Yeah, it's not in the bag that I took it out of, so... And I think it would have fallen here somewhere. So, anyways, that's a shame. If only I had a 3D printer. I don't think they'll print things this small, though, will they? Okay, that didn't fall on the floor or anything. I swear to God. It's not my fault. Okay. Okay, well, I don't want to step on that. I will edit this part out, of course. Ah, found it. All right, we have found it. Yeah, there's probably some really minor, I'd have to look at that through a magnifier to even see it, but probably some minor sanding we could do there. Okay, so we've got a, no, that's not it. Again, I think these are all size, so that one goes here. And of course, we should point it, should we point it towards the rear, like where it was firing at the thing? I think so. You are going to go in pointing towards the rear, right? Oh, come on. All right. I mean, because it's a blockade runner, so, you know, it's mostly going to be shooting things that are trying to get up behind it. All right, well, that one doesn't fit in there. So one of these is the round spinny thing, I think, which is that thing. It's not like a, I never thought about it before. It looks like it might like shoot out torpedoes or something. And then this one is this front one, which only will point towards the front, apparently. Interesting. It's on a kind of a U. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna go in, right? Okay, there you go. So, yeah, I mean, I could try to fix that with a little piece of styrene, I guess. And then this is the top, right? And this is I'm pretty sure the radar dish is on the top. I would have actually preferred to seen them do these so that you could rotate these. So I'm not sure why they opted to, I mean, I think that at this point, okay, yeah, you've done a really good job with the, you know, construction bits, but allow the user to have a little bit of flexibility. So if they wanted to turn this, they could turn it to the back, turn it to the side, whatever. Same thing with these, if they wanted them both to be pointed towards the rear, like I've done with the one that can swivel. But again, yeah, that's a bit odd. So there she is, all done though. And now we just need to paint her and weather her and make her look exactly like the one right out of the film. Can you imagine them trying to shoot with miniatures this size? That would be crazy. There is, of course, a stand that comes with it. And there are decals as well, too, so, which are here. Rebel, it doesn't say Rebel Blockade Runner, it's just Blockade Runner. I believe it was technically a Corvette, right? The technical term of Rebel Blockade Runner would have been when it was actually running the blockade of the Empire. I think these are identical. Of course, I might be wrong. I like how they put the connection points at kind of some ribbing, so you can't really see. There's nothing there to see, basically, to damage the aesthetic. And in terms of mounting, what does this mount to? Interesting. Yeah, they're not showing. Okay, back to the directions. Oh, I see. So if you want to mount it, you pull out the little roundy thing here, and you put in the clear plastic mount knob, which didn't fall on the floor. Like that. You attach the motion, whatever, you can turn it around and stuff. This has 3 different points at which you can put it. I guess for balance, depending on how you rig it. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, and I clearly didn't put the right balance forward. I probably need to go this way, and then I'll turn it around. There we go. So that be it. Of course, then I've got to try to remember to save this piece, which I'll put in the box for right now. But yeah, there's your little stand, which could probably be painted if you wanted to, but obviously it's nice that it's clear. And I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so that was quick though. That was very quick. How many minutes are we in? I can't see the thing. All right, let's do the Millennium Falcon. Of course, this was just kind of a bonus. I did actually find this kit for about, was it $60, something like that? And I saw there were places trying to get a lot more than that for it. I was like, whoa, that can't be the same kit. $140 or something. That's crazy. Of course, these Bandai kits, obviously being imports, are up and down price-wise, depending on where you're getting them from and so forth. The Millennium Falcon, what can we say about it? Well, certainly an odd ship. I remember people said how the origins of it, Joe Johnston, I believe, was the kind of art design, production design guy that came up with the design. Although, if I remember correctly, there's a story about Lucas was kind of like, they were at lunch or something, and he had a plate of hamburgers or something on his plate, and he was like, I don't know, a shape like this maybe. It was like a hamburger with something next to it, like, you know. Yeah, so he, that's what he used to think. I always thought, actually, it reminds me of, you know, like as a kid when you're doing your hand, you know, like this. It kind of reminds me of that. Like you've got the fork of the front, you know, and then this odd thing coming off is kind of like, you know, like the thing, because you're but you know, that was my theory. And then of course I read the story on the internet about the hamburger thing. So unless I could ever talk to Joe Johnston, I just would never know what the real story was. Okay, so are we going to clip everything off like we did before, or are we going to go by steps? Let's look at the instructions. Okay, we want A2, 5, A2, 4, 3, A2, 4, 3, 4, and 5. That's these over here. No, that's these. There's 5, 3, 4. Okay. This is where I've forgotten, or I don't have anything more to say. What can I say? I don't know. If you watch The Mandalorian, it's really cool. I definitely like The Mandalorian. Okay, so this one's gonna go into this, apparently. And next we have A2 and A3, and they're going to go back. It's interesting. They were showing. Oh, I think I put. Oh, this was 6. This was 5. I'm like, okay. Confuse me, why don't you? Everybody else was going, we knew that when you were cutting it off. You're cutting off the wrong one. Okay, so this one goes on here. I knew that it was the wrong top part, whatever. Okay, so that one goes in there like that. And then these pieces come back over here and hook in. I guess these are like slotting in place. So A2, 3 and 4 go over here. Is that like there or here? Okay, that's that one. Wow, these are like some fine production stuffs here. Oh, and this one goes this way. Okay. And then the engine port area goes here. These aren't like super tight. Well, I guess you have to make sure they're kind of seated because they really click in place once they do. Okay, let me take this jacket off just a momento. Okay, then I want 13 and 19 off of, well, 13 on, this is 19 over here. Okay. Just gonna twist that one off. And 13. Okay, so these are basically the same pieces, just done on different frets. And those are going to be, oh, and I need A2. A211. Okay, well that cockpit piece just went on here while you weren't paying attention. Sorry, I had to turn the camera off momentarily. And then this one is going to go on somehow here. Wait, how is that supposed to go on there? That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. A211. A211. That's what I cut off, wasn't it? Yeah. A211. How can that go on there but not go on the... They're saying it hooks onto here. But oh, I guess okay. Yeah, I wasn't supposed to put it on yet. Not yet. All right. Fine. Make me look bad. All right, so I guess it hooks into here first. Like that. Then goes on this piece. Like over here. Ugh. I'm a confused. Okay, wait. All right, they're showing it this way. They're showing it this way, but oh, but I put it on upside down, I think. That would make a difference. No, I don't think I can. No, I can't put it on the other way. All right, so this is the wrong piece then. It's this piece. No. Ugh. So this goes this way. Okay, here we go. All right, so this way and then here. Okay, yeah, now I see it's all. Wow, it's amazing. It's just kind of like you just put it there and then it's like, oh yeah, that's where I belong. I'll just stay right there. I would probably glue this actually. This doesn't look quite as sturdy as maybe the Rebel Blockade Runner. It looks like these pieces could like kind of push off, which you wouldn't want them to. But I'm gonna do it the way it was designed, which was not to use any glue. So, and then this one goes on here. Like that. Wow, the detail of these is just so amazing though. I mean, just it's like micro detail. I mean, there's just so much there. Okay, now we've got A26, which is the one I already took off. Where'd that go? A26, where'd you go? What did I do with A26? Oh, I already put it on there. Never mind. A26 is already on there. A2, A7, and 8. And those are going to be kind of in these little ports. Oops. Again, someone's probably like, no, you put the one into, that's supposed to go on the other side. That bulky one, it goes on that side. Yeah, I'm not that much of a nitpicker, unfortunately. I should be, because, you know, these things are important, damn it. But I'm not. All right, so then they're showing it actually going together. So we seal everything up. Pushy, pushy. Very solid, I like it. Okay, and next, what do we do next? We put on the front of the cockpit. I'm gonna go ahead and cut these other I always wonder what these were, because they're, you know, they're very modularly kind of access porty looking things. You know, they're not like docking ports, but they clearly have a lot of, you know, external access to things, which is basically the theme of the Millennium Falcon. Lots of things. It's got a big T, and I'm sure I'm going to get it right eventually. There we go. Okay, boom. And then, I believe these were next, right? So that's this one. I think this is this one. Yep. Again, they did these slightly different, so you can't really get them wrong. All right. And that leaves us with this one right here. Actually, did I miss this piece? Oh, I did. Oh, I might be screwed. I might be screwed. I went too fast past like step 3 and did not realize I wondered why that piece right there was not showing up. But we will see if it's possible to insert a piece. I think it's going to be doable. Oh yeah, sure. You can insert a piece after the fact and get it in place. There we go. Okay. And I believe that's, yeah. All the sides complete. But yeah. Also the front loading thingy. I forget what it's called technically, but it's some kind of hydraulic loader that's never been shown actually working or doing anything, but I guess the idea was that it would hook up to something on the front and then like almost be like a barge and like tow it around and move it. But yeah, these are going to be a lot harder. We shall see. All right, so I believe these are the same. No, they have different pins, and that's for this side. Yep. Oh, is it going to be nice to me? It's going to be nice to me. Okay, so yeah, don't worry if you screw up too much, because clearly it's not. You can do things in different orders, which is nice. Making sure that's firmly in place, and it is. Okay, good. All right, now we just have the turbo lasers. Don't get cocky, kid. And the, I don't call it a radar dish. Technically, I think it's, I forget what the actual technical name on it is. It's not a deflector dish either. Communications disc? Maybe, I don't know. I used to know all these things, but then my brain required more space. And it was like, jettison out all that useless knowledge you have about Star Wars. So, sadly, I agreed and said, okay, I will. That seems awfully low, actually. Why does that seem low? I don't remember it. I remember it being higher up off the hull than that. But I'm sure it must be accurate, right? I mean, they went through painstakingly detail to get this stuff right, so. Okay, so do these have different things? No, they look like they have the same. They look like they are the same build. Detail, yes, okay, good. Nice detail there too. I mean, it's raised up just like where the turbo lasers would have been in a non-firing position, or, you know, kind of rest mounting. So that's good. Now this one doesn't have anything to cover up this hole, so I don't know if they gave you a piece to fill it if you weren't gonna use it, and I really should have sanded that particular one, but I didn't. Yeah, that's asking for trouble, probably. So on this one, if you wanted to fill that hole, you're probably going to have to do it yourself. But at least they don't make you lose a piece. Ironically, some of these pieces are close, yeah. Some of the plastic pieces here you could probably get away with cutting. Oh, now that one's too small. That one looks like it's almost about right. Yeah, actually that is pretty much right. So you could almost cut off a little bit of that and fill it up if you wanted to. But yeah, I think most people are gonna do the mounting route like this. And we're going to say this is fairly balanced. I think would maybe go here. Ta-da! And there we have it. 2 finished models in such a short time. But not finished in the sense of painted and detailed and decaled and so forth. And I would like to do that, especially, like I said, I'm not, like, the Falcon's cool. I think, you know, it's a great little model. Lots of great detail. But this is what I really wanted. This is like I said, I would kill for a large scale version of this, maybe something like more along the lines of 12 inches or something like that. So you really get some large, you know, detailed bits. I will lament my missing laser. I don't know how easily I could fix that. I suppose I could write Bandai and say, hey, your laser was missing, a laser. Maybe they would send me a replacement part, considering how much the kit cost. But then again, they'd say, you aren't supposed to have that kit. It wasn't for sale in North America. Then don't have Amazon sell them then, because that's where I got it from. All right, well, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Building Models with Jim.